is going on, my beautiful people of YouTube? It is me again, MK the Truth, DODBENT, and I got a pair of highly anticipated pair of sneakers for us to take a look at today. If you guys are new to this channel, why not come on and join the squad? Also connect to my Instagram. It is the_truth_MK. Also, ladies and gentlemen, all music is produced by me, DODB, and I use them as background music on this channel. Now hold up now. I got to tell you guys that this particular review is for educational purposes only. This is only my analysis, and then we jump on up off this video. So I have a highly anticipated pair of sneakers from me and from some of my people. So people, I am jumping back into things. I know a lot of you have been asking me what's going on with the stuff. What I mean by that is the dark side. If you guys are new to the channel, I love all walks of sneakers. I love them for the artistry. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. I'm not into sneakers for value or collecting for higher value and things like that. So if you've been rocking with the channel, you know what I mean by the dark side and by retail sneakers. Anyway, this is a pair of the Jellyfish. Now, a lot of you guys have been asking me to get back into this and show you where to get this and where to get that, because a lot of us, we don't like paying whatever this is going for over $1,000. No way, no how. So let's see what we got here. So we have the Adidas. I believe this is all of this is called the Adidas or off the Adidas. This is the Jellyfish, the Pherrell Jellyfish. Now, Pharrell is one of my favorite producers of all time. Kind of model some of my music after him, but not so much. But he is one of my people that I look up to, him and Timberland. And he has created another banger. This is a absolutely gorgeous sneaker. I thought they were good looking when I first saw them, but when you get these in person, man, these are something amazing. Anyway, so what have I noticed about this shoe when I got these in hand? Now, this is to kind of educate people. If you're buying something from somebody off the street, these are some of the things you want to look out for, at least on this first iteration of things, because things are constantly changing and updating, and to the point to where they will ultimately get them 100% exact. So this is to save you guys a few bucks if somebody is trying to sell you these off the street. So what I've noticed off of these when I first got them, I said, hey, something's wrong with that shoe, and it is the toe box. The toe box is actually using the shoe that this came from, toe box. This toe box on the Jellyfish is supposed to be kind of retooled to be a little bit slimmer. Maybe this is supposed to be more exaggerated and come up a little bit more, but I can say, you can, if you look at it, you see this is not how the Jellyfish or the actual Jellyfish toe box is supposed to be. These are the things they do. They kind of mix and match and kind of keep throwing you off your feet for a little bit until they get the actual product. They actually know how it's supposed to be made, but these are kind of the games that they play. Anyway, toe box is incorrect. Like I said, this is supposed to be a little bit more smushed like that, and this is supposed to cover up a lot more of that toe box, but instead you got a little bit of a boxy thing sort of happening here. Another thing I did notice, let me clear my throat, is that the gray here is a little bit light. Well, when you switch it to angles, well, at least in person, it gets a little bit darker, but you shouldn't be able to see the perforated holes under there. I believe I have seen the green colorway of the shoe where it's a little bit green right here, and it does look a bit different, but it could be different materials and textures on that shoe. But from this colorway, from the ones that I've seen like online, it is supposed to be a bit darker in here. Also, the mesh on the white portion is showing a little bit more perforations as well. Quality wise, they feel very sturdy and nicely built, but I have to call the things like I see it. If you send me a product, I'm gonna always keep it real and 100% with my people. Another thing that I noticed on the shoe, on the boot here, the orange portion that runs up the boot, this is supposed to be a little bit more prominent lines. So it should be jumping out at you a little bit more, and it is not. It's a totally different design here. I also think the texture on the back here where the Adidas logo is a bit different as well. Another texture that is different, they just kind of went crazy. Normally they give you one texture change, but they just did a whole bunch of different texture changes on this particular sneaker for right now. Another texture difference is if you see the texture on the tongue, how the little lines are running towards the right there. They're actually supposed to be going the other way, and there's a little bit more of a different texture on that tongue as well. So a lot of different texture changes on the shoe, and of course you got the toe box. Now I always tell you guys that shape maketh the shoe. The shape has to be on point. Even though this shape is not bad, it is not bad at all. I actually kind of like it both ways. Hey, pause, y'all. Hey, don't laugh. Hey, don't you get in the comments and say, hey. But even though I like them both, it is supposed to be a little bit flatter than what it is right here. Above all, it's a beautiful shoe. I did not think these would be as dope as they are in person. Now, one thing that they did get right is the rubber or the plastic portions on the shoe here. This looks really good. You can see them running along the sides of the shoe, or the lateral side of the shoe. I was thinking that this part was going to be hard on the shoe when I got these, but it's not. It's actually correct. It's actually got that nice rubbery feel to it, as well as on the 3 stripes. The dope thing about this shoe is when you look at it from the side, when you look at it on foot, it doesn't look chunky at all. I know it's a chunky looking shoe to a lot of people, but when you look at it from the side like this, it looks like a regular shoe. But man, when you looking down at them, oh boy, it gets chunky. And it's actually not a bad thing. I thought it was going to kind of annoy me. I actually really love the overhead look of this shoe. I think it's actually pretty dope. It gives this 3D effect from all angles, like the fins here, or whatever you call them on a jellyfish. The little gills here, you know, little gills on the side, to the overexposed back portions of the shoe. I actually like the way that looks on foot. This is going to give my 750s a run for their money a little bit. Just a little bit. I said a little bit. Just a little bit. But I do really like this shoe. Would I like to see more premium materials? I don't know how it would work on here, but I would like to see how different it would look with like maybe some leathers and things like that. The shoe is already $300, which I don't agree with. Currently going for $1,000 on the resale market, which I don't agree with either. That's why I do these types of videos, because I think that's absolutely nuts. But $300 for textile and mesh and things like that, I just don't think it's warranted. They try to justify it by saying that all of the materials and stuff that it costs to build a shoe. No, it's just pay for real, for one. You got to recoup that money back that you pay for real to collaborate and things like that. And all this shoe is probably worth maybe about $100. Don't let that $300 fool you. And that's being generous. Saying that this shoe is $100. This shoe is still like a $50 sneaker, just overhyped. But it is a gorgeous shoe. I love the way it looks. Can't wait till they tweak and get some things right, even though I don't care, because the shoe could come like this and I would still think it's dope. But I kind of call out the things that I see in person, and to give you guys a more of a in-depth perspective on what I got. Anyway, the shoe is gorgeous as a whole. I'm definitely going to wear them. A lot of people see me out. I get big love for what I do, and I love seeing you guys out and things like that. But yeah, it's nothing really wrong with it. The things that are different, you can't really see it on foot. It's just going to still look like a straight up jellyfish on foot. But I got to call it like it is, and the bottom is over exaggerated, extremely huge. You got these little octopus things on the bottom. I know this is a jellyfish, but these resemble an octopus to me. Very fire shoe. Nothing more I need to say. Just need that toe box sort of redone, that tooling redone. This toe box might be a little bit better than this one. Yeah, see, this one is a little bit more boxy than this one here. Okay, yeah, but all of the rep pairs I've seen, the toe box have been like this, so they need to go ahead and get with that and fix that. Overall, it's a stunning shoe, and if I had the actual pair, this would be sneaker of the year. Let me know what you guys think about this video down below. This is MK the Truth, DODBENT. I love y'all. I'm out.